If you're anything like me, you've probably tried to fix your life by doing more. More discipline, more productivity, more plans, more pushing, a longer to do list, both digital and in your paper journal. Yet, you still feel tired, still overwhelmed, still like something just isn't clicking. So today, I want to talk about what actually helps. Not hacks, not hustle, but the foundational things that quietly change how you feel and how you show up. I see this especially in high functioning women. We're capable, we're responsible, we're reliable, and we're exhausted. So instead of adding more to your plate, I want to walk you through 4 areas that gently start to restore energy and clarity. First, let's start with boundaries, because this is usually where things start to leak. Most people think boundaries are about saying no to other people, but in real life, boundaries are about how much access everything has to your nervous system. So, for example, you might not be overworked, but you're constantly available. You're checking messages first thing in the morning. You're responding to things immediately, even when they aren't urgent. I've done this and I could speak to that. You let others dictate your timelines and your pace. So, this creates a low grade stress response that you're never really turn off. You're not in crisis, but you're never at rest either. Healthy boundaries don't mean disappearing. They mean deciding when and how to engage, when and how to give your energy to whom, and what is the goal and the outcome. Practical examples you can say out loud, things like not checking email before breakfast, letting messages wait until you're actually ready to respond, or saying, I'll get back to you tomorrow instead of right now. Creating even one part of your day that belongs to you is huge. When your energy stops leaking everywhere, clarity starts to return on its own. Second, what helps is integration. And this is one most people don't realize they are missing. A lot of us treat our lives like separate compartments. Work over here, health over there, relationships over here. Rest if there's time. Rest if there is nothing else to do, which is very rare. But your body doesn't live in compartments. Your nervous system does not know the difference between work stress and life stress. It just knows pressure. So, integration means asking, how does the way I work affect how I eat? How does the way I eat affect how I sleep? How does the way I sleep affect how patient I am with people? Have you noticed your patience vanishing or being decreased exponentially lately? So, another example would be, for instance, if your schedule is chaotic, you'll skip meals, blood sugar crashes. If your blood sugar crashes, your mood and focus follow. Nothing is wrong with you. The system just isn't aligned. So, the key important takeaway here is when things stop working, it's usually not because you're broken, it's because something in your life is out of sync. The third thing that helps is movement, but not the way most people think. Movement isn't about burning calories or forcing discipline. It's about sending your body the message that it's safe to be in motion in a way that restores us and rejuvenates our energy, not drains us further. I've been around fitness for a long time. Pilates, strength training, movement work. And the biggest mistake I see is people choosing workouts that they hate and wondering why they don't stick. The best movement is the kind you actually return to. That might be walking, gentle strength training, stretching, dancing, short, consistent movement instead of intense bursts. Your body doesn't need punishment. It needs a rhythm. And the fourth pillar, eating that supports your energy. This one is huge, especially for women who run on empty. So many people tell me, I'm fine, I don't eat until noon. That used to be me. But then you find yourself shaky, irritable, foggy, or wired by mid afternoon, running on caffeine. Fuel, food isn't just fuel, it's information for your nervous system. Skipping meals, undereating, or eating only at the end of the day tells your body that resources are scarce, that keeps cortisol high, even if you think you're managing fine. A gentle suggestion: sometimes what helps isn't eating less, it's eating earlier or more consistently, or balancing protein, carbs, and fats so your energy doesn't crash. Find what works for you. You don't need a perfect diet. You need one that supports how you actually live. None of these things are dramatic, and that's the point. Real change usually comes from small, steady adjustments, not massive overhauls. When boundaries protect your energy, when your life starts working as a system, when movement feels supportive, and when food stabilizes you instead of stressing you out, that's when clarity happens. Clarity stops being something you chase. It becomes something you experience. If this resonated, stay with the channel. We're going to keep unpacking this slowly, realistically, and without pressure. Check out this next video.